All right, hello and welcome back to Commander the Great War. We have a couple of different front lines to talk about today. We've got the Serbian front, we've got the Russian front in the east, the static French front in the west, a couple of naval theaters north and south, and then finally there's the Ottoman Empire, the newcomer to our squad, which has some interesting opening ups happening, and then maybe a little bit of friction starting up here in the east. Let's start in Serbia, where we often do, and see, are we going to be able to finish this war in the next turn? Probably not. Looking at attacks on the capital, we're only going to be able to get 2. So perhaps this turn what we'll do is focus on attacking these men here. This general covers all the way to here, so this general can go on a flank and still give his authority around, basically. So let's move here and see what that looks like. That opens up, very importantly, another angle to attack the capital with all of these infantry. So I think this is time. If we have this aircraft, let's attack. That actually did get a kill. And then we come around 2-1. Let's attack with our strongest units first. And final. Oh, baby. A nation has lost its last capital, therefore losing the ability to produce units. Skopje has been captured. I love it. They might surrender in the next turn, but that's not guaranteed. So perhaps there is an aircraft here. I didn't know if we wanted to attack this city where they have an efficiency of 4, or this city where it's a small garrison on an efficiency of 5. I think we try and take this city down here. It is a city as opposed to Sintie here. Sintinje? Not sure how to pronounce it, but that's a fortress. So, attack, attack. We have like no efficiency either, but with both of these cities having fallen, I think that Serbia will probably capitulate. We can do a round of attacking up here, but likely won't be worth it. We'll bring our cannon back here to jump on the railroad, and perhaps some of this, if we look at management, yeah, see here we can actually see all the different values. Ground units, artillery, oh baby, really, Germany, how are you? 170. These are kills. So Austria has gotten so many kills in this war, where a lot of everything else has just been kind of relaxing. In terms of casualties, Austria has taken massive hits, but Serbia 260, Russia 190. If we toggle these, you can see Serbia has been losing twice as many men, just because of the technology and material advantage that we have here with Austria with that push. But what I was trying to look at was actually diplomacy, and say we still have 8 turns until Italy joins. We could bring this cannon to the west and help fight Italy with it in a couple turns, or we might send this cannon to the east and actually start a push into Russia with the Austrians. That might make a lot of sense. It might also make sense to have some units here whenever Romania comes close to joining the war. Maybe we'll put something out there like a scout car. So, southern front done. For the sake of argument, one more attack here, and I'll reinforce these units. Very good. Austria's going to have an opportunity here to build up its ammunition reserve, which I'm a big fan of. We can also kind of head out here into the water and actually see an enemy fleet. I mean, we have some strength. This is a pre-dreadnought. We have a modern dreadnought here. We're getting some shots off. Attacking that dreadnought could really lead to some benefits. The Germans coming in as well. Again, I could attack the convoy. It's a merchant convoy that's bringing a lot of production. So I'll do a little hit there, but realistically, sinking something like this dreadnought would demoralize France to have such a large capital ship get hit. If the British are around with their fleet, we could get punished very heavily here with the Austrians, but that's just how that is. So there we have in the south. Coming up north here, again, Germany here does have a plane on the border. We're not crossing the border with the Germans. This unit here is down to some low efficiency. I think we do a round of just repairing. And then whatever they're most healthy, you know, this one here is looking to recover its efficiency. Let's continue to harass it to keep it at like 1 or no efficiency here. We could also do with some repairs and stuff here on the Russian front line. Don't worry about attacking this turn, presumably. Maybe we can hit this unit. You're at 5 efficiency. We are at 8, 8, and 10. I think that it's a good turn to just relax. Maybe with Germany, because we have high ammunition production, we'll hit one of these units, we'll bombard them, and we'll harass. And just try and keep this infantry on low efficiency from all the harassment, the recon, and everything else. We can move our submarine in here for a quick repair. I know this ship here in particular also needs a repair, so we'll bring you down. And then a full... This is a capital ship with the general, so I think I'd rather bring this one down and start spreading some ammunition to bombard the shore here. This submarine can come up, and now they're unable to attack me. How much ammunition? We're just bombing the Finland for fun here. We're not bombing Helsinki, don't worry, we're just bombing Turku. That means we're good, right? More convoys are making it in. This one might get sunk because it actually got spotted by the British. If they let it go through, I don't know what's wrong with their AI. But something's going on. French on the front line once again. German artillery and some plane harassment. Man, the game is still super loud. But the music is like so quiet. So it's hard for me to tell on my mixer what's going on. But yeah, so Serbia's done. This front line is relaxing. Yes, they hit this corner every now and then, but that's okay. The important stuff is being held. It's just this, all stuff here is holding on to General Mackeson's defense and stuff. So we're in a good way. This is about to capitulate and give me all their land. There's no need to move up here yet while things reorganize. The Germans do have more blimps now. I'm not sure which front line to put them in. Likely up here would make a lot of sense. Give us some of that visibility of the enemy. And then another one up in here where the our general Air Force thing is. Up just in the back is fine. A lot of vision provided by those units, as you can see. You can get a production increase of ammunition. Let's come down here and talk about... Well, actually, the Germans do have another infantry. Königsberg does seem to be the place to put it. We still have, like, 6 months before we can go on the offensive, so... Here or here. We'll put it up north. Make sure that we keep Kingsburg to ourselves. Here, we could be deploying more infantry to try and push on these infantry. We don't have any way of softening up this entrenchment that they now have. So I'm not sure. Down here, on the other hand, I did see this exploit. Boom, baby. That's a good hit. Can anybody get to that spot? No. So we'll let the cavalry step into it. Your efficiency is 6. And the bombard is just around the corner. And we're actually missing artillery here from those units. It's really hard to reinforce this dune. I want that unit dead, though. Even if it costs me an efficiency. I don't have the artillery to shoot, so let's bring our own artillery down. We do have the artillery to repair. And if we bring these units forward, then that's pretty cool. I think that we deploy our infantry in here. I think I need another infantry in the north, but I have another one coming, so perhaps for now we just put that down here. Even though there's not much going on, we might get a fighter with the Turks. I'm unsure. Probably what's most important is just more artillery production. That should give us a couple of turns of being able to use our cannon. I could get more garrisons, but I don't need to blow up this line in terms of stacking units. Right now it's pretty well defended, I would say. Germany does have some production capacity. I could get another airship, but I think we should divest into the planes at this point. If we do look on our research tab, I think what we'll learn is that I could have actually taken this turn as an opportunity to get gas for Germany, if I recall. I had forgotten to do the upgrade, but it makes sense. We're about to get the specialized bombard, I think. So once we get this artillery, we can do both upgrades at once and not waste a whole turn. Here I'm okay with all the upgrades coming through. I like all three being progressed. We have some focus points, so we could tell them to do one thing before the other, but I don't mind getting some anti-air. I don't mind getting some pillboxes. Like, maybe when things get closer, like, we could try and push this aircraft piece. And maybe we do, because the bomber and other stuff is far away. So we'll just make sure that that finishes. I think this artillery will finish without the focus, so. Well, actually, can we check? Germany. It says 2 turns. Alright, what if I focus? Okay, well, we'll see what that does. So nothing to do on this front. There is an exposed plain, but if I go for it, both infantries can knock me out. Down here, we've done as much as we can, but low efficiency everywhere for both armies. Fighting in the dunes is kind of nasty. The naval warfare is kicking up, with us trying to sink another dreadnought that they've kind of overextended. The Netherlands not being in the battle is good. All these guys are just hanging out. And yeah, I think we're good to go. We have some production left, but we can let that save up. Oh, so the French convoy did make it. Yeah, here we go. The fact that we got some convoys through just by like pure luck is nice. Okay, it's nice that we got some convoys through, but we can't. That's probably going to get cut off now. Okay, cannon as well. Interesting. I hope we get that artillery upgrade, because I would love to do the upgrade this turn. Oh my god, though. Look at this pain. Those infantry squads on such low efficiency. It looks like I can leave that cavalry squad. Maybe they can relax. A lot of things moving around. We could bomb Antwerp. We could even bomb London if we had Belgium under our control with our airships. It's a really fun thing to do, but yeah, again, it's not something we can always do. Okay, they're really forcing this cannon down with their air attack. Maybe I need another fighter here. Maybe I have another fighter general coming, an Air Force dude. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, there they go, sinking my convoys. Central Powers ports blockaded. And no technology. So a new general. That's really helpful if we do retreat this one. It'll be hard to get him out without, like, moving our cannon. Your efficiency is at a 2, though, so... it's not really an option not to retreat you. Should we start in Serbia? I mean, it didn't actually... like, all of their units have 0 efficiency, so it looks like I'm able to just, like, one-shot kill them, basically. But I'm surprised that they didn't actually surrender here. A lot of the rest of the units I have here can just relax, I think. Get some efficiency back for a turn. We do have mechanical upgrades to make them now Unit 2s, so versus 1. A lot more defense. Basically the same ground attack. But, well, they're both under that zone. Anyway, that's fine. They did reinforce this unit, which is annoying. Four more defense on these guys. Yeah, I think that flying these planes out of here makes the most sense. Using our rail lines for this artillery is unfortunate because we're 1 away from getting it all the way to the front line. And yeah. Bye-bye. They do still have 2 of their cities, I guess. But I was expecting a newspaper headline to run saying Serbia is dead. But maybe it's just taking them a moment to recognize that fate. Let's move into here and get a quick little repair. I'd like to punish this unit for coming so far forward. So, plane attack, bombard, bombard. He's down to 5 efficiency after that. You go here. I could step back. I wouldn't mind stepping back and put some pressure on in this direction. And you guys could open up. And you could come back for this man to come forward with a big hit. And just like that, the cavalry comes over. Ah! So close to finishing him off. How annoying is that? Good though, good attacks. We could counterattack kind of here along the center line, but taking a moment to be defensive and recover our efficiency, I think makes the most sense. So that's fine. Again, lots of pressure that could be put here. I'm a broken record at times, but that's how it is. Upgrading you makes sense, but upgrading you next turn is even better. So let's just do a bombard here. We don't have enough ammunition for the other bombard to go through, so maybe we will upgrade our western cannon. Actually, we do have enough because... oh, it doesn't think we have enough because we don't have 10, but it should only cost me 8 anyway. Either way, the gas attack is ready to go. Where are we in terms of... like, aren't we getting a new ace here? Yeah, we are. Slowly. Let's counter air. Do some air battles here as well. More air units coming out here. You're the one at 1. I want to keep you at 1. I don't want you to ever become relevant. You guys do a little shuffle to reinvigorate the front line. They could try and slip through. They have enough units here to try and go for like a weird flank thing, but that shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be. We'll see what it actually is, though. Diplomacy, production. Can I upgrade? Well, actually, here, a couple things. I have such bad sub attack that it's not even worth chasing this guy, and that's the Italian. Okay. I was wondering if I could go in and like upgrade some of my damaged shippies, but we'll hang out for now. Like 1 per turn on you. Wow. Everyone's coming back. Sub is hanging out. There's no need. Like, we could produce, for the record, we could produce, like, submarines for 22 production in 4 turns. We could produce... Wow, I guess the Germans have better light cruisers as well. 40 production in 12 turns. And battleships, dreadnoughts in 24. Like... It's just so long, and it's 80 power production. Like, I could get the value of that 80 on an ammunition production this turn. Right? Research with Germany, I can get another one here. A little bit more air production. I don't need more units because I'm not pushing a big offensive. Usually as you get into Russia, you need more and more like garrisons to fill out your lines. As you push into France, this small front becomes big, and they have quite a few troops. Like, look how much Belgium has built up. It's incredible in all the worst ways. Down here is where things are tricky, because I really do want to get this bombard off. You have 4 efficiency, you have 7. 8 to my 2. Like, I think this one needs to move back. Then you move up. Then you move in. Just for a turn. Then you move over. You move back. And a new army comes in. This army comes to the top. And I do have that general. I already have a general in the north, so I don't need another one there now. This one here can be generaled up. And he can make an attack, but that doesn't make any sense. Turkey does have the ammunition. Let's just try and weaken up that flank. There might be an opportunity there in the future. Production. Turkey needs 40 for their next round of expansion. We certainly can't afford to even buy another artillery piece, even if we had the ammunition for it. So this is done. We have a unit in another turn. Again, it might come up here. The Russians aren't seeming to push it, so maybe we're fine to just relax. They're having enough difficulty getting annihilated up here by the Germans. And then in here, things are relaxed as well. Nothing to do up here. Keep bombing this guy. The heavy cruisers might be worth using for bombardment here, just because they have only 1 ammunition cost. But, you know, it is what it is. Great. And I don't think we're suffering a tremendous amount of attrition. Like, if I go to management and talk about losses, 180 ground units lost. It's probably like 160 manpower. I think we were at 1600 when we started. So we've expanded our army. We've only lost 200. Sometimes you get more back. Like I know like the garrisons, for instance, repairing them. So not bad. The British, the French have lost a lot of naval, and so have the Germany. But I think we lost it in convoys. Well, and some of our units we had to do some repairing, so that's fine. Vehicle is not a thing. Air Force, some losses, a lot of losses. Yeah, we've been killing it in the Air Force. Artillery, the Serbs lost a lot. Everyone else is kind of relaxed. Okay, I think that's good, right? This front is done. This front is done. This front is done. Naval, 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 naval. Attack, attack. We do have some production left. Austria doesn't necessarily need more right now. They could get more airships and stuff. I'm gonna let their industry build up. Okay, Austria, or rather Serbia, wants to surrender. I accept. There's sometimes you don't want to accept, like if you're invading France perhaps and you're about to capture like a very critical port, you don't want the port to be a neutral territory. In fact, it might have been good for us to prolong our battle with Serbia just because we were about to conquer some cities that maybe fit on like some rail lines for evacuating those troops. We'll go see in a second. Man, we need to put an air unit right beside this artillery piece because they love to harass it. And build like another aerodome over here. Oh, and they upgraded their entire army. They're now on like equal tech to Germany, I would say. Is that their ship? So I guess they can go over the subs. Okay, there we go. We got Serbia surrendered. The winter has passed. We have a whole bunch of things. So yeah, see, these are now neutral territories. Yeah, so I probably should have not accepted the surrender just to get this particular city to connect all these rail lines. Well, yeah, walking out of here is going to be annoying. One moment, though. Repairing this guy does cost 3 population for 3 men. Producing them costs 10 for 10. I don't think there's any benefit to having them walk. Like, I think that this is a good time to disband the army. We would lose some production, but here's the thing. Every turn, these people cost me like 4, is it? So in 5 turns, they've paid for a new unit. Will it take 5 turns for them to be relevant? Almost certainly. So I think that makes sense. You just delete a handful of them. This cavalry could probably get back in time, but like, let's just spend a couple turns of getting very, very high income. And, I don't know, are the Greeks coming into the fight? Yeah, I'm going to disband this whole army to basically try and, like, teleport it into a new area. Move that cannon over. Move our airplanes over. Highly mobile units, thankfully. Yeah, not taking Kraljevo or whatever is was annoying. But, like, if we look at production, Hungary is now at plus 59. Like, that's pretty big. And then these units are going to be ready for deployment here soon. I'll spend a turn repairing. I think that's the German, right? So, leave a unit out there. Have you blockade the strait. This is the one I wanted to potentially upgrade. Because it's a pre-dreadnought. But I don't know what it takes to upgrade a pre-dreadnought to a dreadnought. Germany has a dreadnought. Austria has a dreadnought. Turkey does not. I don't know. Either way, there goes our whole army. But again, we'll be deploying a new one here soon. It takes 4 turns, so let's not, like, hurt ourselves too much about it. We do have to pay upkeep right away, though, once they start training. Still. Three squads of you and a squad of you makes a lot of sense to me. And now if we look at production, we're still making 43 per turn. So, it's fine, it's fine. I mean, do we need them right away? That's the real question. I think I do want them soon, especially with a 4-turn counter. Italy is not going to be a pushover. Well, maybe they will be because I've knocked out Serbia at this point, but we can't take anything for granted. I'd love to keep pushing this corner. 2 for 2. And again, it's just really hard to maneuver without this extra tile. So 2 for 2 is nice. You have no efficiency. You come to here. You come down. You guys are now on kind of replenishment duty. You're at a effectiveness of 9, so that's not helping a ton. But it's fine. I mean, all these units are in various positions that are helpful. Getting down to this artillery isn't really a big move, so just moving you over a bit. Yeah, I don't think another infantry in here really helps unless we can get out wider, and even then, it's not so helpful. So I think that moving you back and throwing in another infantry here solidifies Turkey's hold. Then Turkey comes in here and gets another ammunition production. My god, do the costs ramp up, but I mean, you just need the ammo. And Austria, on the other hand, like, we could consider getting them a second artillery piece for the Italian front. You know, really start building out this. I'd love to get some units dug in along this northern border here in Trento and in this mountains tile, and really kind of enable this front line to be something special. We'll get garrison units soon, but we don't need them right away. Let's talk about this zone. As always, we got some Russians encroaching into our land. We could hammer this unit. I think upgrading the artillery makes a lot of sense. Oh wow, you can see it actually looks modern now. Well, quote-unquote modern. Modern enough. I think when we have an air general, I want like these two units to be close to each other so they get some benefits, but there's a little attack. Let's keep bombing you. There's no real friction happening here on the front line other than the odd attack here, so I don't think we need to do anything else. These guys are all in my land, but attacking them now is bad because they've actually had a chance to dig in. This guy has not, so let's do the thing. I don't love how that went. Move the stronger garrison up. Move you back. Move you into here. This general comes down, and we do knock them over the line. Again, we're not chasing them into their own lands because we're too kind for that. Let's keep nailing this infantry. Like, we could literally surround this unit in one turn. Like, literally you to here, cut off, destroyed. Well, once the Austrians show up, maybe they'll have something to say. I mean, we could also deploy a German infantry to defend, like, this Italian, or this, like, area here from the Italians. We don't need it next turn, so I'll wait, but that is something to consider. Do the Austrians really have no air generals? Or is it just that we haven't killed any air units? Yeah. Well, let's harass this this cannon then. Down to 6 efficiency. Wow, they really don't like that. I mean, this unit's finally going to get some respite, which is maybe a mistake, but c'est la vie. All right. You're chilling. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of static front lines. This one has a lot moving. You guys here. Why didn't I delete you a second ago? I guess you're okay. We can bring you from Belgrade or whatever. But like, why? Well, I guess it's worth upgrading them. It's fine. They'll come over here and start digging in trenches. Maybe just we'll send them up here to the north, actually, and have them fill in this part, and then make our strong units here in the flatlands to push through. Weak up top. Strong on the flanks. Alright. I don't see anything else that needs to be done. You. That was incredible. We just punished them so hard. Holy damn. And this port, see, blocks us from even going up in towards Petrograd. If we took over Tallinn, there would be some value. And I've actually done naval invasions before in this game. They're kind of difficult to pull off, but something like this could make sense because you could support a unit on this tile, and this tile from a battleship here and here or here. Yeah. Either way, we absolutely murdered that man. We ended that whole man's career. Let's send a unit in here for some scouting. Doesn't help so much. Okay, well, let's end turn now. He came out for some reason? The Russians want me to delete their fleet. Interesting. A lot of rotations happening here on the front line. We might have to just delete that infantry, that garrison on the front line there. We have a lot of extra garrisons in Turkey, so I don't see trying to retreat that unit and fixing it up and restoring its efficiency as something worthy. I don't know if you're allowed to disband on the front line, but I'll do it if I can. Oh, he's sending troops abroad. Armed aircraft. Get a quick save in here. So, Serbian front is no longer a front. So we'll just bring you guys in. Start moving you across the river and north. Again, you can get the upgrade. You're going to move next turn. We have a lot of airplanes over here. And the Germans are ready to get some upgrades, baby. What do we want to do? I want to attack this ship. I'd like to move you away. I'd like to attack this ship. We've sunk another fleet. Wow. Just wow. Once we use one of these cannons, it's gonna start chemical warfare. Mad dash. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I mean, getting these planes upgraded. Oh, baby, those look right. Germany has a plane coming in real soon. I'd like to bring you here. And do a turn of upgrading and repairing. Yeah, we're letting them regroup. They've got their upgrade. Now they can push back on us pretty effectively, but that's okay. Yeah, I guess the next thing to do is to just peacefully stand over by Venice and let them know that I've got a fleet that's ready to do some damage in this zone. I'm not sure if they'll be able to come through here. Maybe I should swap my modern battleship down here, but again, modern. It's still called a dreadnought. It's so modern. Okay, up here, I want you to stay low efficiency. I want you to stay low efficiency. I want you to stay low efficiency. I want you to man the front line and you to stand in Primazil. If I had another, like, main infantry squad up here, I might be tempted to put a general down, but as it stands, I think we wait a couple turns. Diplomacy 5 to 7 on Italy. Keep the bombards coming. We have a lot of ammunition right now. We've got a lot of research right now. I really wouldn't mind if Turkey got more research, but they need ammunition more than anything, I think. Hard to say. Let's come down here and start with this zone here. So you disbanded. You bombard this unit. You attack, you attack. I mean, that's pretty sick. Now we move you in for a turn, and I want to get into here, but I guess I can move this unit into the sea and then help him fill a gap if we do have a hard time. Right now, this guy can only really get to a couple spots, unfortunately. But hey, we're building up here. We're actually doing well, I would say. Here, we put our infantry squad on the front line. Yeah. You know what? Here, get your infantry research lab. There you go, Turkey. Enjoy. Germany, on the other hand... Germany, why don't you get one more squad of infantry? Like, literally for the southern front here. Maybe a garrison. And now that we have these fighters coming in hot, you can actually see this fighter is still the old one because we didn't have the tech. Interesting. And a lot of these Austrians are going to Italy, for the record. So I think I can wait a turn on doing more Austrian purchasing. Do Austrians have any? They've got some stuff coming here. They do have specialized artillery. So that works out. And, I mean, this is a good time to upgrade the front line. Okay. We did lose 1% of national morale for the Turks. Not sure how important that is, but it is like a straight fact. A straight up fact. Mm-hmm. I mean, things are moving around. It's fine. They've got some naval ships chilling. Now that we've sunk most of the Russian fleet, I think we can actually, like, unironically go out and start harassing the British one. All right. Dogfighting is now a thing. Dual shaft production, industrial train design, and anti-air defense. So, industrial train design, is that for you? Let's look at research here. Yeah. So that gave us a little bit more ground attack and defense. Railroad guns will give us shock. It might be worth doing. I doubt it. Rear drive on some cars gives you the armored chassis, which is a scout car, probably the armored car. And then you can give it a little bit of defense. It's not really that helpful. What's really important is the tank. So now that we have the other thing, I think it's worth saying just focus on the tank. I'm not really worried about the armored car. Just give me the tank. The fact that the machine gunner thing is ready is what's really sick, and it's coming in all over. Even the Turks seem to be getting their technology in order. Let's go all the way down to Turkey. One turn on industrial warfare. We love that. We love to see that. So, more air-to-air combat if I can. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We are getting air kills. That's going to help us unlock our next air general. I could use another Austrian infantry up here. I don't know. Are we going to push into Russia, or are we just going to focus on Italy? Italy's going to be new to the war. So 1, 2. If I go here, it does technically put the plane out of supply next turn, but they can just, you know, not be out of supply if they want. That's a big attack, though. Ugh, it's a big resistance as well. We move down. We don't have the ammunition with Turkey anyway, so bringing him down makes a lot of sense. And just a nice little shift in the lines. Not bad. We can bring this garrison down. And I think going here with this makes a lot of sense. If this plane leaves, we'll probably move this cavalry into the corner and land our garrison in this spot. Putting them here would put them out of supply, and they would just like starve and die. Let's not do that. Okay. Research. Things are good. Germany, once again, with the insanity of production. I think we go back to bombarding. Well, maybe not, because you can get a fix. This side might be worthy of bombards. I mean, just getting lots more of, you know, research labs. That makes a lot of sense, too. I'm kind of liking the idea of just like getting a couple of garrisons, just slowly building them up. And then you guys could do a round of upgrades. Let's keep bombarding the Russians. I still have an artillery like benefit here. And we're in April. We need to get to August 1st. We need to get through the end of July, and then we will be 1 year since our declaration of pacifism. Then we can start attacking, and like I'm so ready. Maybe Germany goes for an artillery. 5 turns. We have enough ammunition building up as we're kind of taking a moment here to reprieve ourselves. I think it would make sense for Austria to perhaps get, I don't know if a cavalry or an infantry. Probably an infantry. Probably a cavalry. Probably a garrison. We're gearing up as Austria now. We deleted our army down here, and now we're training a new one to go pop, 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 and just pepper the front lines. We'll probably need more air units as well, but... Well, if we need more air units, should I not be moving them over now? What's the diplomacy look like? 4 to 6 turns. Okay, we can start building them next turn at least. These ones are still getting some high value harassment. Bop, 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 bop. I mean, I'd love to get an air unit with Turkey, just to like allow them to do some amount of like harassment. It's slow going, but it's nice. And that's everything. We have these generals that are ready to go, but we're really not doing any offensive action right now. Other than the bombardment and the upgrading, like, don't get me wrong, we could do a bunch of... If we're gonna... We may as well get all those anti-aircraft upgrades here. Particularly with these infantries on this side of the battlefield. Some of these upgrades are more expensive because they involve all of the upgrades that we're missing. But that's fine. Germany, stay on the front line. Russia actually has the frontage now to fill in those gaps. So we're seeing that the pain of the 1 year, even Russia, after all of our attacks on them, is getting an opportunity to build up. How disgraceful. And they're putting like 4 health units on the front line in positions I can't attack. Okay. They did exactly what I thought and got their unit out of the way there. I want a plane right here. I need more air-to-air victories, baby. Air-to-air combat. We're just going to beat them with technology, right? Like, that's how we win this war of attrition, is we Lovely torpedoes, observations, industrial warfare for the Ottoman. And yeah, let's try and get this turn in real quick. Just looking at the time. The best place to start is normally Serbia, but we've you know, kind of answered that call earlier. Let's do you to here. I actually wanted you guys in the mountain. In terms of production, there's this plane. It did come out at the right level, okay. Austrian larger troops, like cavalry, should get on the front line. I'll even give you a general right away. German infantry can fill out this spot. They can't attack, but they can fill out the line. You did take a hit there, but I don't think we have to look to punish. These guys are so well dug in at this point. We definitely want a repair. And let's just keep bombarding the infantry to prevent them from being relevant. So 4, like literally 0 efficiency over here. So that's good. We're kind of just out. We're kind of just out harassing the Russians on this flank. Now over here, time for the first gas attack. International outrage. Oopsie. Are we the baddies? Maybe. Do a little bombard off here. A little bombard off there. You cover to here, and then you cover the rest with your general aura. Do a little bit of harassment with these planes. Yeah, there we go, right? Everything's locked up. These trenches are being dug. New units are coming in. I think we could do for another Austrian garrison. It would be fun to do an armored train, but it's Germany with the upgraded tech for it. And quite frankly, you need that like gun for it to be very viable, and we just don't have it. Research, diplomacy. Okay, Portugal and Romania coming in at one point. 0 to 2 turns for Italy. Well, it's a good thing we have all these new battalions coming online. How big oopsie is this? I think we'll be fine, though. I do think that this battleship should be focused on holding that gap. You go here. You go here. Then you guys focus on repair. I could have done some shifting, but taking a second to do all this seems incredible. Like, look at the difference. We now have camouflage. Get us all to full strength. Let's get some reps going in here. And then, starting with the big squads, give them the upgrades. Love it. Alright, any other upgrades to consider here? Mostly anti-air, but a little bit of shock, so if we're not attacking... Oh. Blimp upgrade. And we do have a lot of ammunition as Germany. It makes sense to put some out there. Just keep the pain going, really hurting that efficiency. The opponent efficiency, that is. Austria with another infantry battalion makes sense. They are mobilizing hard right now after deleting that army, and that's exactly what I had intended. That and getting some air units, but look, it's fine. We'll probably end up moving some things around. Maybe even bringing down the Germans, but Here we go, man. British convoys coming into the canal. I wonder if that teleports them over to the next side of the canal. It's interesting. A lot of ammunition built up for the next offensive. Okay, that's a little bit painful. Krakow does not have the defense that I would like it to have. But one single infantry is generally not enough. And there's the attack. It looks like Italy has in fact joined the war. We are not ready with all the trenches and stuff, but we are about to be deploying some pretty hefty units. And now, oh, France. Oh, I see what's happening. They're actually giving up territory on the Western Front for Germany to just take. And they're moving down to the Italian front. How awful is that? Oh, and they're actually, like, kind of demobilizing from the Suez. Like, the Sinai. Interesting. A lot. Like, this is like a year of retreat. Italy joins and the Allies retreat. Never mind, they're just shifting things around. Still, those are some weak frontline battalions, but look at the depth of those trenches. Like, that's the scary piece. Italy chooses the Entente. Well, that is a pretty big turning point, I would say. I mean, we knew it was coming, and we started to prepare for it, but it happened just a little bit faster than I had anticipated. So we're pretty scattered here with just a handful of units, with a lot of large units ready to get deployed in a couple key locations. So I think we're going to be fine. We might have actually timed it perfectly, is a way of thinking about it. But, you know, that's good. Serbia's been buttoned up. This is all ready to go. There's no movement on this front right now, but that's kind of fine by me. They have finally filled in this Warsaw Gap, which is annoying. Waiting for August is taking forever. This is so strange to me. I wonder if there's like a world in which we can cut this off. Maybe I send a unit like out to here and then in. But that's an interesting kind of position. And then the peninsula, it looks like they moved their units back, maybe just to replenish, or maybe because the real choke point is trying to cross the Suez. It's a very big, like, it's a river, and it's attacking into, like, cities and fortresses. It can be very difficult to actually bridge that gap. So, good thing we have artillery. Good thing that we've invested a lot in ammunition production, because 3 per turn was certainly not enough. Yeah, and no Gallipoli. Smart of the Allies. Instead, they did like a Gallipoli into Serbia, which, I mean, fine by me. I'm really upset at myself for not continuing the assault on this tile. But maybe it worked out for the best. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.